Explorers, it's Mrs. Campese, your librarian, and I'm sitting here in my house. And I've been missing you guys so much, I thought it would be a great idea to actually read you some stories so we could stay connected during our time apart. The very first story I would like to read you is called Last Stop on Market Street. I chose this book because many times at school, friends will ask me what my favorite book is. And so this is the book that always comes to mind. The book is written by Matt de la Peña. The artist or illustrator is Christian Robinson. And as you can see, looking at the cover of the book, it's won many awards. In 2016, it won the Newbery Award, which is an award for the best picture book of the year. It also was a Caldecott Honor book, which means that it was given for the best illustrations, and it won a Coretta Scott King Award, which is given to an African-American author or illustrator for depicting their culture. Without further ado, here is Last Stop on Market Street. CJ pushed through the church doors and skipped down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta wait for the bus in all this wet? Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but he never saw the straw. Do you see the straw? I think the straw that the Nana is talking about is the tree trunk, because the tree is drinking water from the ground. From the bus stop, he watched water pool on flower petals. He watched rain patter against the windshield of a nearby car. His friend Colby climbed in and gave CJ a wave and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't got a car?" "Boy, what do we need a car for when we have a bus that breathes fire and old Mr. Dennis who always has a trick for you?" The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the doors swung open. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear and placed it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. They sat right up front. The man across the way was tuning his guitar. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Nana gave everyone a great big smile and a good afternoon, and she made sure CJ did the same. The bus lurched forward and stopped, lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she knit. "How come we always gotta go here after church?" said CJ. "Miguel and Kobe never have to go nowhere." "Well, I feel sorry for those boys," she told him. "They'll never get a chance to meet Bobo or the sunglass man. And I hear Trixie's got herself a brand new hat." CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on either side. He watched a group of boys hop curbs on their bikes. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. "How come that man can't see?" "Boy, what do you know about seeing?" Nana told him. "Some people watch the world with their ears." "That's a fact, and their noses too," the man said, sniffing at the air. "That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am." Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Two older boys got on next, and CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in the back. "I sure wish I had one of those," he said. I think he's talking about their iPod they're listening to music on. Nana set down her knitting. "What for? You got the real-life thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask the man if he'll play us a song?" CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already plucking the strings and beginning to sing. "To feel the magic of music," the blind man whispered, "I like to close my eyes." And Nana closed hers too. And so did CJ and the spotted dog. And in that darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus and out of the busy city. He saw sunset colors swirling over crashing waves. He saw a family of hawks slicing through the sky. He saw the old women's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full, and he was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him the feeling of magic. The song ended and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in the back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm, and CJ dropped it in the man's hat. "Last stop on Market Street," Mr. Dennis called. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus, crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti-tagged windows and boarded-up stores. He reached for his Nana's hand. "How come it's always so dirty over here?" She smiled and pointed to the sky. "Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness to what is beautiful." CJ saw the perfect rainbow arching over their soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beauty where he never even thought to look. He looked all around them again, at the bus rounding the corner out of sight, and at the broken street lamp still lit up bright, and the stray cat shadows moving across the wall. When he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, "I'm glad we came." He thought his Nana might laugh her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, "Me too, CJ. Now, come on." The end. I think this book, boys and girls, has a very powerful message. And one of my most favorite lines is, sorry, let me go back a page. My most favorite line is, "Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness to what is beautiful." I think this book fits really good right now because I think all of our lives are a little bit different than they used to be just a month back. And sometimes we can get down about that. And I think the best thing that we can do is try to find or look for the beauty in everyday little moments. So I wake up early and I take my kids for a walk around the block. I look up at the clouds. I try to find maybe some pretty flowers that brighten my day. Maybe I grab my sidewalk chalk and draw on the sidewalk so I can brighten up somebody else's day. And so even though we might be in a different situation, surrounded by things that are different, we need to try to look for the beauty in every moment. Until next time, boys and girls, enjoy your day.